recapping July the 15th County Council meeting. Third reading tonight, we leased some office space for Honor for Heroes, which I think they're already there up here at the old McCants Junior High School, and it was basically an office space there, and they work to honor veterans, law enforcement, any local heroes. They are required to have workman's comp, and they are required to have a liability policy. So glad that they're continuing to be in that facility and recognizing our local heroes. So I'm glad to see that happen. Short agenda, but the main thing was the capital projects sales tax that's going to we voted to put on a referendum to allow the people to vote for. And I think there was a lot of valuable information that was shared. I know that Councilman Davis brought up his model, and I really like it. It puts it in a perspective that you can see and understand. It's basically, if our taxes was $1, that's 10 dimes. Well, 7 of those dimes straight off the top go to schools. 14 of those dimes, 14 cents out of that goes to public safety, sheriffs, EMS, law enforcement. 13 cents of that goes to governmental operations, magistrate, clerk of court, animal shelter, parks, veterans hospital, PAWS. I mean, there's a lot of things, and then you left with 3%, 3 cents out of that $1 is left for public works, which is your roads, your bridges, and the safety of our infrastructure as far as guardrails, wastewater. So, I mean, it puts it in a perspective that you can actually see. You know, I hear a lot of times, what are you guys doing with all that money? You know, and I think we are good stewards of the money. I take pride in what I do as chairman of the finance committee. We go through, and I mean, it's not just something you just sit down, we'll let that happen. I mean, it is a drawn-out process that interview times with different department heads. There's a lot of work that goes into it to try to make sure that out of those 3 cents that we have, we can stretch it as far as we can and get as much as we can for that 3 cents left over. And the other thing tonight's brought up, we have 277 projects on that list. We have 18 public safety projects on that list. There's 17 bridges on that list. When I say list, on that referendum, every project has to be listed out. There is everything is going to be spent on roads, bridges, and interchanges safety. Nothing's going to be spent on hiring employees or new equipment or anything of that nature. It's all spelled out. The money will be collected through the state. The state will audit that process. We'll also have an internal audit and an external audit to be transparent to show where any money that comes in is spent. It'll be on our website just like our budget. Every dollar spent in Anderson County is on our website, and our entire budget's on our website. The other thing was it will only last 8 years, and after that 8 years is up, the county council that's in office in the 8 years, it will have to vote to put it back on a ballot to extend it for another 8 years. So not speaking for or against the project, the thing for me was I want people to be or have the information, the correct information out there to make an informed decision whether they vote for it or against it. I want to see an informed voter, an educated voter on the issues and what is actually entailed. And I think there was a couple people that got up and spoke tonight, and I mean, was just totally off base and not one ounce of fact to it. And I think that's the problem. I think Councilman Sullivan brought it up. You know, you see a lot of stuff on social media, on the internet, and, you know, rumors and misinformation spreads a lot quicker than the truth. And I think, again, I just want everyone to know what you're voting on. Again, I don't care if you're for it, you're against it, but know where your money's being spent, know what you're voting on. If you have a question, reach out to your elected council person, reach out to the administrator, reach out to your state representative, reach out, get factual information. And a lot of times the hard part in getting that information is a lot of people, and myself too, a lot of times you don't know what you need to ask. So, but if there's something floating around and you have a concern about it, reach out, pick up the phone, call me, call your council person, call the administrator, call and get the facts. Again, we have right now 1,553 miles of county road. To resurface the roads, a little over $1 million to start from scratch, which the majority of our roads are that way. We also, right now, just to a road in good shape that just needs to be resurfaced over is over $600,000 a mile. Unprepared foods, prescription drugs, so gas is not on there, and a lot of times people think, oh well, we're paying a tax on our gas, which we do pay a gas tax. That goes to the state. That money from the state goes to ACTC, Anderson County Transportation Committee. Those members are appointed by a state delegation, so we don't have any say-so on that. So out of the state roads that we see here that needs something done as a county, or we have to go in on a county project too, we have to go in and submit that to ACTC, and that's fighting with everyone in the state on projects, or for our county, municipalities, we're all fighting for that same little pot of money, and we don't really have a say-so. And we have a say-so with our delegation, but the thing is, that's money being spent here in Anderson County on fuel that we have no say-so on what it's going to be spent on road-wise in Anderson or our municipality. So you just have to get in there and fight for it, and fight with everyone else around here that's fighting for that little pot of money. And the state has been, I've noticed and see it. I know the 7629 Old Pyramid Dairy Road. There is a lot of stuff going on that I see now that I really didn't notice in the past, but I think they are stepping up, and we're seeing a lot more. I think they said we put in $4 million, and actually we've got just a little shy of that in paving around here. So we still are a donor county, so to speak, but the difference between what we actually, or they collected from us, and what they spend, I mean, it's getting close now. I want to see that number rise and where it surpasses what we actually pay in, and let someone else be the donor. But
and if it was approved by voters in November, gets to the ballot, it's approved, it would be the first time in Anderson County history there's been an economic engine to fund roads and bridges.
Correct. Ever. And the other thing is too, I think also on the ballot there'll be like a $20 million to do a bond, and basically what that's going to do is that will allow them to go ahead and start engineering processes, so that as that money comes in, these projects are ready to go. I mean, you don't have to wait on engineering and surveying and impact studies. I mean, it is ready to go. So that will help expedite it. The other thing is, we have really, I think we have maybe 3 major asphalt players here. And the thing is, as you see a larger amount of paving that could take place, or that's going to take place should this pass, it's going to increase the competition amongst the paper. You'll have other companies coming in it's worthwhile for them to come in and make it a little more competitive, and hopefully we can get down that cost per mile of pavement.
You got 2 more readings.
2 more readings. And again, this is basically, I think we had some people speak tonight. I think they were thinking that we're voting to do the penny tax deal here, and all we're doing is voting to allow it to go on the ballot to let the people decide. And as I said earlier, you see that that $1, those 10 dimes, how it actually is spent down and broken down. So my thing is, should it not pass, you're basically going to see status quo. I mean, you're going to see what little bit of funding we can come up with out of that 3 cents left over to fix potholes and patch some certain areas. I know a lady was talking about, I had heard about tonight, oh, they're paving subdivisions. No, we don't pave subdivisions. As a subdivision is being built, if it's built to county specs and standards, which is inspected and checked, we're required by state law to take it. So it's not like we can go in and say, hey, we don't want that, we're not going to take it. We're required by state law. So, that's something for a delegation to look into possibly. That's the thing. A lot of, and I was definitely guilty of it before being on council. I assumed that we should be doing this and that, and when you get on here, you come up with something and sit down with the administrator and other council members, and they go, oh, that's a great idea, son, you're in the wrong seat, that's a state issue, we don't. But I think a lot of people, including myself prior to being on council, thought that we had a lot more power and a lot more say-so and things that you quickly realize you don't. I mean, you're at the will of the state on a lot of things, and you're required to do things. I know we have a couple buildings here that's county buildings that's state occupied that the state, hey, we need a new roof on that. Well, that comes out of our budget. We have to do it. You can't just say, no, we're not going to do that. But
well, you mentioned that 1/3 of roads and bridges are failed or failing condition, and they're going to get worse. And if something doesn't happen,
they're going to get worse.
And the county has put all the priority road list is online. It's not a secret. People can go look at it anytime.
That list was actually generated by a study that we had done, and then out of that study, they ranked our roads. Our roads are ranked from A to D, A being newly paved and D just being a dirt road, basically. And what happens is, and again, on the outside looking in, like, well, why are they paving this B and C road and this D road's terrible down here? This is the one that needs to be paved. Well, with the limited amount of funding you have, you're trying to keep your B and C roads. You can pave a little further. Like I said, to resurface the road right now is about $600,000 a mile. A D road costs you over $1 million a mile. So you got, $1.2 million. We can do 2 miles of this B and C road to keep them from falling to a D, or we can do 1 mile of this D. So you're always playing catch up. And it's like cutting 25 acres with a little 20-inch push mower. You never quit cutting. I mean, you cut, and by the time you get back around, this is growing up again, and you either let this grow or you just keep one little patch taken care of. So it is, it's a balancing act.
And the towns and the municipalities help put this list of
the municipality, there was that, and the county council didn't determine this list. And what had happened, there was a committee formed. I know, like, again, the outside company that came in did the survey. Actually, they ranked the roads based on, okay, with this amount of money, you need to do this, and this road to get the most bang for the buck. And basically that list is set up that way. It was independent volunteers and people that came in, and again, they were a lot of them were against this tax, but the thing is that they educated council members on it, they educated themselves on it, and they understand, hey, this is what it is. These are the roads that, and the bridges, we have many bridges that, a fire truck can't go on, school bus can't cross over. We're elected for public safety, public service. Public safety is first and foremost. And for me, the second thing, which is right there with public safety, is manage the money properly, spend the money wisely, and everyone. If I'm not seeing it being spent on me, I'm upset about it. But the thing is, there's 220 something thousand people in Anderson County now, and it's continuing to grow. And like Tommy said tonight, Chairman Dunn was talking. Anderson used to be a well-kept secret, but the secret's out, and people are coming. They're going to continue to come, and you've got to try and balance people's rights constitutional rights, their state constitutional rights, that they're just human rights, and it'll weigh on. It'll weigh on, and I just want to. Like I say it all the time to my wife, hey, I get up, I gave it 100%. I think every council member on here gives it 100%. When I go home at night, I lay down, I sleep like a baby, and I get up tomorrow and I give it 100% again. And that's all I can do, and that's all any council member can do. Now, and again, I think we have a great council. I think everyone does their part, they carry their load. I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited to have met the people and made friends with the people on this council and our staff. Man, our staff is amazing, and our managers and department heads, they care about Anderson County just like every council member up there does. Those guys, it's not just my job. I mean, they come in, they love Anderson County, and it shows. It shows.